Leos, what's good with you, Leos? Number 5 on the dial. Let's get to it. What y'all got going on? What y'all going through? We about to do a spiritual reading, the 3-card draw. No outcome cards. We're gonna leave it open-ended. Just gonna look at the spiritual matter at hand, and we're going to look at how you view that spiritual matter, and a factor that should be considered in relation to this spiritual matter. Alright? I don't have much small talk this time around. As you can probably tell, I'm a bit tired. But it's one of those situations to where your body won't give. It's like my brain's a little tired, but my body won't give. So sleep was just not an option for me just yet. But I can tell now that after these readings, I'll be able to KO. You heard? So it's all good. So I'm gonna slice and dice this deck, and we're gonna get it going, Leos. All right. This is the spiritual matter at hand. Bam. Queen of Swords. This came up in Gemini's reading. So, there's an aura in the spiritual world. Because I'm getting that too. And if this is not directly in the spiritual world, right? This is something that is discussed often or a lot that impacts the spiritual world. And whether the people in charge or the gatekeepers of this realm, whatever the details are, we're gonna find that out. Whoever they are, they may be influenced by spirit without even knowing that they are. And I say that because these people or this person, it could be one individual, but for some reason I'm getting plural. There's a group of these people, and they're spread out all over the world. This is something global. And because they hold this area in this seat because they've been emotionally hurt. This could be you, but I'm actually getting that this is not you, Leo. But we'll see. I could be wrong. We'll see. Like I was saying, though, these people have gotten these positions because they have been emotionally wronged. We can say that, or we can at least say they've been hurt. Their emotions have been hurt in the experiences that they had in life. And that is what actually groomed them to fill this seat or fill this position. So you know how like in some religious texts you can hear how people are appointed to certain positions, or some people are even been chosen when they were younger, when they were little, and it was always discussed and said that that person was going to take leadership, and you know what I mean? Some people consulted the stars, and you know how the stories go. And these people take these seats because of their emotional traumas and the trials and tribulations that they've been through, to where they've been impacted negatively emotionally. So, like I said, and you may say, well, okay, that means that they've been led and guided by spirit. Not necessarily so. I'm feeling that these people have developed their wit and their smarts based upon being hurt emotionally, and therefore have done away with emotions altogether, canceled it out, think of it as weak, think it's something that should be non-existent. I'm even getting dictator vibes here. Potential. But they have looked at it like, you know, those sci-fi movies, what is it, Equilibrium? And it was like, you know, you can't experience emotion, or it's like off with your head type shit. I'm getting those kind of vibes. But it's like almost like spirit is playing a uh, mysterious trick on them. And reason being is that's what I mean. They've been led by spirit to hold this position anyway, because when you're led by emotions, you are led by spirit. People forget that water signs are the emotional signs. You know what I'm saying? And water deals with spirit. The air can too, and this is the Queen of Swords, so it's not like the same, you can't get the downloads from Aquarius energy and Uranus through the mana and the electricity in the brain and all that. Yes, that is possible as well. But we do have the third eye chakra here, which signals that this is something that is where spirit is in control. All right. Let's leave that here for right now, because I think I can already feel like you're aware of this, Leo, and you feel like emotions should not be canceled out of the equation. I feel like you're the person who's going to actually could be a leader that can start a rebellion of some sort, because I feel like rebellion is at hand with this card, with Uranus and Aquarius being there. And this is something I feel, because I draw this card often, right? But I don't always come up with that each time. Like, that's what I'm feeling now. But let's look at how you view this situation. The Lovers. You see how I was already kind of leaning into that? Now, for those who don't know, I look at the Lovers card as a Leo and a Sun card. So, bam. First of all, I was talking about a leader. I feel like you're a leader, right? And to me, this is your card. So your card pops up next. Right? So you're viewing this as love still conquers all. Fuck is y'all talking about? Do away with emotions. And this is, I'm telling you, this is a Sun card to me, right? But this is also ruled by the heart chakra. Heart chakra rules over the dealings of Leo. Excuse me for a second. Okay. And or can deal with matters of the heart, dealing with Leo. But regardless of how it's coined, love is at hand. It's the love chakra. And you're looking at this like, well, okay, love conquers all. These motherfuckers have no idea what they're up against. You're like, we're going to win. But you also need, so this is just like the perfect sci-fi movie, I kid you not, because Neo needs his Trinity. There goes Neo and Trinity. You want to keep going, Bonnie needs his Clyde. Bonnie needs her Clyde, excuse me. Mickey needs his Mallory. I love Natural Born Killers. We don't bring that up often. Like, that's a classic. I want to see that again. But I'm serious. Like, I felt that this was in the storyline, So I say that to say this though. You feel like someone is going to have to come forward and meet the requirements needed to actually bring this rebellion about. You might even be with this person already, but it's not just you and them, and make it fit how the genders are supposed to fit. I'm getting the feeling that this is something that's going to need to be popularized. So like unions are going to have to be a thing again. You know what I'm saying? All of this separation and division that's going on, these people are the catalysts of it. They are the manufacturers and the orchestrators of that. And everybody's playing their role though. It's not like, this is wrong and that. People have their perceptions, of course, but everybody's playing their role so this can become a scene of people playing their roles. It's like a movie. So this union here should be popularized so that it can spread like a movement, the same way that these guys spread out all over the world with their movement based upon their emotional hurts. This is saying, look, we know we got emotions because we're fucking humans, you dumbass. We're not robots. And yeah, sure, we make some mistakes. You got Adam and Eve there. Alleged mistakes. Sure, shit happens. But that don't mean that we shouldn't put up a fight. So I'm getting here that some conscious decisions in the conscious, the collective consciousness, meaning if a subconscious pattern enters the mind on either side of this union, then there must be a strong focus to shift that so that it's in the conscious of this 3D realm that you have created a structure for this plan to be in. So to clarify even more, like the subconscious mind has the ability to produce information for the individual that can assist them in changing timelines. So all of the information that's presented to you from psychic downloads and stuff like that, they all don't necessarily exist on this 3D plane. They can exist in different dimensions, and you may have had dreams about these dimensions and everything to where you have behaved in ways that suggest that that information is for that dimension. But if you look at all psychic downloads and epiphanies and intuition as something that should be acted out on in a 3D world, then you can fuck around and make a decision that's based on another dimension and switch dimensions, when all along you had a plan for this 3D dimension relative to this rebellion, and then you fucked around and just made a decision that's going to shift the course with this. You might lose her, or they capture her, or some shit like that. Just wanted to add that in because it's very important that people understand that. But we're going to look at the key factor to consider regarding this situation: death. Got to bring an end to something. This is still a spiritual reading and a spiritual transformation when we're talking about the death. All right? Something must be brought to an end so something new can occur. The planet Pluto is here, which suggests that it's going to be rumble in the jungle. That revolution that is symbolized here by Uranus and Aquarius will occur. Not only that, it's going to create a new beginning. And yeah, like this is the Neo and Trinity story. Y'all two are going to be standing there because I'm getting like this. I'm counting that sword as a 1. Right? But before I do that, I'm looking at the escalation from the 1 to the 6, meaning that this is progress. Then it gets to the 13, meaning more progress. Then I start doing the math. 6 and 1 and 13. You add the 1 and the 3. That's 4. 6 and 4 is 10. That means the new beginning is going to happen due to that union carrying out the rebellion. Brings it back to 1. But like I said, I'm counting that sword as a 1. So that solidifies this union. 1 and 1 is 2. You heard? Now, once it's proven that love conquers all, you're going to see an upheaval and an uprising in the people. So expect this. Expect that even though y'all get it popping here, and y'all gain some traction and y'all gain popularity, y'all are going to be seen as leaders of the movement. And it's not until you be triumphant in some type of battle that actually ends up winning the war. That battle is going to spark the people to do the upheaval and then really flip the tables over and win the war. That's it.